Hi there, it's Teresa Dufour. The holidays are right around the corner, and it's a terrific time to give back to the community that we all live in. I want to introduce you to a group of women who have made it their mission to improve and enrich the lives of women and girls living in the greater Waterbury area and also in the Litchfield Hills. It's called the Women's Giving Circle. It's part of the Connecticut Community Foundation. And we have two members here chatting with us today, the founding chair, Kathy Bauer, and the current chair of the Women's Giving Circle, we have Karen Powell. Ladies, thanks so much for making time for us via Zoom, of course.
Of course.
Happy to be here.
Thank you, Teresa.
So if you would, Kathy, what is the Giving Circle all about?
So giving circles come in all shapes and sizes, but primarily have common features. So they're like-minded people coming together to learn about effective philanthropy and learn about issues within the community of focus, pooling of funds to allow for greater impact compared to a smaller individual donation, and making collective decision about the best use for those pooled funds. So for example, a giving circle could be as informal as your book club that decides to pool their funds and buy some books for the library. Or there are global giving circles with thousands of members and millions of dollars in lofty goals. The Connecticut Community Foundation's Women Giving Circle is in between. We generally have about 60 women from the greater Waterbury Litchfield Hills coming together to learn about community issues and specifically those affecting women and girls. Our goal is to decide together how to best empower women and girls in our 21-town region through grants that ultimately provide the most impact.
Karen, talk to me about 2020. Where's money going this year, some of the grants that have been awarded?
Well, yes, 2020, we were very thankful that we were able to still collect our money because our year starts July 1st and it ends June 30th. So we're on a school year plan. So this year in June, we made 6 grants. The first one was to Madre Latina, which goes to high school students in the Waterbury area to help them learn about leadership and civic skills. Then there's Girls on Fire, that's FYER, which is Future Young Education Role Models. And we gave them a grant for girls of color between 11 and 17 for their leadership academy, so they can learn the skills they need to become leaders and role models. The third one was Live Girl Now in New Canaan. And this is it was a new program for a middle school with their Confidence Club. And it was through the Waterbury Boys and Girls Club, but also the Waterbury Middle School. Again, helping them to develop self-esteem and confidence. The fourth one was the Women's Choice Charitable Association, and that's for a Waterbury Community Doula program, a free program. And then 2 funds we gave money to help them with their operating costs, and that was Greenwood's Counseling Referrals in Litchfield and Literacy Volunteers on the Green in New Milford.
Such important causes. It's probably hard to narrow it down, I would assume, to who and where the money goes, right?
It is. But it's satisfying work.
Yeah, and Karen, who would you encourage to take part in this? Who can take part? How do you do it? That type of thing.
Okay, so anybody who we don't discriminate. We don't have any prerequisites to our group. But how we go about dispensing money is, I think, a differentiator for us as the Women's Giving Circle. And it's a 5-step process. So first we request proposals, then we review the proposals, and everybody in the group can review them and give feedback. But we have a grant review committee made up of our memberships that make recommendations to the larger group of what we should do. Then we get to meet those finalists, whether it's virtual or in person, ask them questions, learn about their programs, and then finally we vote and give out the money. So we were able to give out money in June of this past year.
Oh, that's just terrific. And Kathy, what is the response from the other women in the group? You said there's about 60 people involved. This must be a feel-good thing for them.
Absolutely. I mean, I think one of the most gratifying pieces of this is when we hear back from our grant recipients and you truly can embrace that we are changing things in our community.
And that's what separates you guys from other organizations like this. It's
Yeah.
fantastic. And where can we learn more, and if somebody is interested in signing up?
We have a website.
Great.
It is the www.con, as in Nancy, N as in Nancy, CF as in Frank.org /women's-giving-circle. And on that page, you can learn more about the organization, and you can also donate on that page. Or you can call the fund, the Connecticut Community Foundation, at 203-753-1315.
Sure. And there's a lot of different options. I mean, this doesn't have to be a huge financial burden. I mean, there are payment plans. You could give a little bit, you can give a lot. So I think it's something really special to do this time of year.
It is for
Yeah.
sure.
Absolutely. Ladies, thank you so much for sharing sharing this information and for being involved.
Thank you.
Thank
Teresa.
you for having us,
Sure.
Teresa.